have completed your training planning packet and you have figured out your design, what you want it to look like, then you're ready to start working on your design checkpoint where you're actually going to design on Jostens, which you'll need to get into Jostens. So you'll want to log into Jostens. I've got a page labeled log into Jostens. You'll want to click on this link, and I would recommending bookmarking it so you don't have to come to Canvas to open up Jostens every single time. But on this page, there's some important information. The first one being is our job number, and that's the first thing that you should type in, 9265. And then your guys's login will be your first name, all lowercase, dot the first letter of your last name. So my first and last name is Bailey Riley. Mine would be Bailey.R for my login. And all of your passwords are capital Y for yearbook 27. Riley and Kaylin, yours is different though. Yours is the same from last year. Mine's saved, so I'm gonna log in and let's go. So once you get into Jostens, I'll full screen this. Mine's gonna look a little bit different. I've got more stuff to see than you guys do, but up at the top, you are going to click on Monarch. This is our design application through Jostens. And it has Adobe products worked into it. We are going to click InDesign. That's where we design in InDesign. We can use Photoshop in Jostens. It works okay. We'll show you later on why I prefer Photoshop outside of Jostens. There's reasons. Longest thing is letting this load. Take your time. It's loading, loading, loading. And okay. And InDesign is opening up now. Hardest part with this program is being patient because it does take a while. And then it's still loading. I've got to wait for this Jostens window to open up. And here it is our Jostens add-on. Okay, so we need to create a page first. So you guys need to click Yearbook Pages, and once this loads, up at the top, there's a drop down, and you're gonna click that, and we are going to do practice page. You're gonna make a practice page. I already have one available, which I will show you in a little bit. Only one of you can view that at a time though, but you are going to create new. You're gonna name your document, your name, over who you are doing your page about. So like if this was Tanner's spread, Tanner would write Tanner about Thomas, because this is Tanner's spread about Thomas. But it is Riley about Riley. About B Riley. So my spread about Bailey Riley, and create. It's going to open up a full spread. You guys are only creating a one-page spread. And I'm just gonna get this out of the way for a sec. Now, when it opens up, it's got our background on it and also our page numbers. Page numbers and background need to stay the same, and when we actually work on our real pages, I'll have the page numbers correct. But so you know, and so you don't move anything, what I recommend is locking. So if you click on like our background, and if you hit Control L, it then locks, Control L. You can also draw a selection box by clicking and holding that click and drawing what you want, and hold Control L, and now I can't move those, which is good. Your eyeline, which I'll explain in a bit, eyeline also needs to stay, so you could lock it and then later on delete it. Okay, I'm gonna bring back Jostens window, and we are going to click our drop down again. So we have templates available for you guys to use, and my example inside of your planning packet has the template that I used. So if you click the templates, you're going to see we have a bunch of different templates that you can open up and look from. But I have a specific one, that the training template that we're doing right now. If you click on that, it's going to open up my example, and on the other page, it has my template of what I did. Now, a template is a template. It's not made to have it be concrete. But what you can do is you can take this right side, because it's blank. I drew a selection box, so I am going to go edit, copy, and then I'm going to skip back to my actual spread on my tabs, just like a window tab, and then I'm going to go edit, paste, and place. And everything now is exactly where it should be from this module. Now, we have to stay consistent with some things. So on our templates, if you open up any template, you will see it already has our fonts and colors and things like that. Now, if you are unsure of what to use for our fonts and headers and things of that nature, we're going to show you how to switch some things. Okay, so this is my main header right here. Our main header is the same. So over on our right-hand panel, we have character styles. So this is our header style. If I click on it, it doesn't do anything. But this is my subheader, and currently we've got subheader number 2 selected. I could click that, and it switches it to this other subheader style. You've got 2 options for the subheader. Then to make sure our book is consistent, we already have, like, if this is going to be my feature story right here, I'm going to change it to be my feature story font. And these are photo identifications. I'm going to keep it as that. So you just click on it to apply it and to switch it to our style. We also have our colors selected. So if you want to switch, like maybe you want to do, instead of the black up here, Control plus to zoom in. If you want to switch the color from like black, you can hit our swatches, and our colors that you can pick from are right here. You can use anything with our fancy names. So we have vintage cream, vinyl black, dusty blue, mustard. We've got burnt orange, warm sand, coral red, and pale green. You do not use process color photo. This is the blue right here that tells us a photo is supposed to go there. Black, ideally we want to use our vinyl black if possible, and we want to try to avoid our white paper. But once you click into things, I can double click on it. I'm going to highlight it, and maybe I'm going to switch this font. The font color up is right up here. If I click right here, oh, it should work too. But you could switch the color to whatever swatch that you want. If I want to switch the rectangle, I'm going to click on the rectangle and make it the color that I want. There's 2 boxes, right? Oh, that's the line. Oh, my bad. We want the outline to be like dusty blue. So your swatches, you just need to make sure you know where you're clicking and things like that. But ideally, you should be trying to make your make your design the way that you designed it on paper. So what I have on here probably won't fit. So if you need to delete stuff, you click on it and delete, and then it goes away. But the beauty of templates is you can pick and choose how you want stuff. So maybe I'm going to open up, like, let's try a student life one. We'll try a student life one right here. And maybe I'll see something. I like this right here. That's cute. Or maybe I'll do, ooh, I want to do like more pictures like this instead of down here. So if I wanted to get rid of this, I can get rid of that, boom. And I can do my selection box if I want. I'm gonna hit Control C or edit, copy. Sometimes your commands work, sometimes they don't. I'm gonna edit, paste. If I just do paste, it's gonna put them generally in like the middle of your page. Actually, I'm gonna do all 6. Undo, boom. Edit, copy. Actually, yeah, we'll do paste, and then I can move this around. And if I hold shift, I can make them bigger to fill in. If I don't hold the shift, I can drag it down to make it longer to fit the box. So that's a quick little way for you to move in things around. But if you want to draw things in, so this rectangle, if you click and hold it, there's different shapes in here. You could draw in, like if I hold shift, I can draw in a circle, and maybe I want my picture to be a circle instead. And I could replace this with maybe like that right there. Maybe we'll delete those and do circles right here. And when it lines up like that, that green line, that means it's aligning. So you could play around with different shapes and things like that. If I want like my text to go around something, I can have it wrap around that shape and things like that. But if you have specific things that you are wanting to do and you don't know how to go about it, ask Riley, our design editor, or Kaylin also knows how to do this, myself as well. But you should go off of your paper first and try to design of what you wanted via your paper. And if mods work from templates, of course, use templates. So requirements for your guys's design that you need to have. It needs, oops, leave student view. So one page correctly placed properly. It needs to match our fonts and font styles. It needs to use our color palette. You need to have at least a header of some sort of a song, a lyric, and then a subheader to further explain. We need to have one main story. Know what your main story is. What is the most important thing? We need to have at least a feature and secondary story as well too. We're gonna have your photo locations planned out. You need a space for your photo, for your cutout, and then really be thinking about how to make it look good and figure out our style and fit our style. But if you need help with whatever you are planning, don't be afraid to ask. When you are done, you're gonna hit Control S to get rid of that asterisk to save it. If this was your final spread, you're gonna go File, Print, and you're gonna figure out which page you could do. Let's go spread right there. Go your spread, you're gonna print it, okay? But when it comes up to the secondary window, you're gonna save this as a PDF and tell it where to save to. I'm working on my Mac, so this is a little bit different. But you're gonna save it. Mine's going to my desktop, save it, and then you will submit it to your design checkpoint. This is with nothing, no photos filled in, no text or anything filled in. This is just your design. Submit it as a PDF. Let me know how we can help.